Hello friends, welcome to the session on digital image processing. In this session, we'll be discussing what we mean by an digital image. We will see what are the basic terms that are associated with the digital image processing. And also we will see how it is possible to make the use of MATLAB or Scilab in order to perform experiments on the digital images. Friends, as you know that you are viewing this session on my YouTube channel, and you can always subscribe to the channel so that you can watch many other educational videos on the various topics in the subjects of electronics and computer science. So let us start the session with the question what we mean by a digital image. Friends, you will find that whenever you see any image that is being printed on the paper, then you will find that the image is basically formed by making the combination of various dots. So if you look at the image that is being printed on the paper through a lens, then you will find that there are different dots, and these dots are combined together to form an image. And every dot will have a certain intensity level. So when we have a large number of dots that are collected together, then we can say that we can get an image. As far as the digital image is concerned, you can say that a digital image is just nothing but a two-dimensional function. Normally, we write this function as f of x comma y, where x and y are the spatial or plane coordinates, and the amplitude of f at any pair of coordinates x and y is called as the intensity or the gray level. So you can say that a digital image is basically a collection of dots, and every dot will have a certain gray level or intensity level. And this intensity level can be determined by using a function, and this function is written as f of x comma y. So x and y and the amplitude of f all should be finite, and they should be discrete quantities as far as the digital image is concerned. So x, y, and the value of f should be finite, and they should be discrete quantities. And when they are in discrete quantities, then we can say that the image is the digital image. The field of the digital image processing will refer to the processing of the digital images by making the use of digital computers. You will find that nowadays we have a large collection of digital images. Whenever we use mobile phones, then always we go on capturing the images. And therefore it becomes necessary that we should process these digital images. Digital image has a wide application. There are large number of applications where the processing of the digital image is being used. So for example, we can use it in medical diagnosis. We can use it in the processing of satellite images. We can use it in face recognition. We can use it in the content-based image retrieval system. So you can tell large number of applications where we need to process the digital images. And whenever we process any digital image through a computer system, then that is to be called as a digital image processing. So digital image, as I said, is composed of finite number of elements, and each element will have a particular location, and each element will have a particular value, and this value can be given by making the use of the function f. So these elements through which we can constitute any image, they are being called as the picture elements, or sometimes we call them as the image elements, or sometimes we call them as pens, or the most popular word that is being used for these picture elements is the pixel. So pixel is the most widely used term in order to denote the elements of the digital image. So each individual element is being called as a pixel, and each individual element will have a certain value of intensity, and that value can be given by a function f, and this function f can be written in the form of a matrix also. So whenever you think of any digital image or any computer image, then you can think of a matrix, isn't it, where the matrix will consist of the different values, And these different values will refer to the intensity of the pixel of that image. So whenever we think of any image processing system, then you will find that the image processing system is basically a combination of the different elements that are being involved in the processing of the digital images. Say, for example, here we have the image problem domain, which refers to the area of the image processing. Then normally you will have an image sensor where you need to sense the elements. So as far as the sensing of the elements is concerned, you will find that at least two elements are required whenever you want to acquire any digital image. So the first is the physical device, and this physical device should be sensitive to the energy radiated by the object of which you want to capture an image. And the second one is called as the digitizer. So digitizer, you can say, is a device which will convert the output of the physical sensing device into the digital form. So whenever you want to capture any event or any image, then at least these two things are required. The first thing that is being required is the physical device through which you can sense the image, and the digitizer, which will convert the output of the physical device into appropriate digital form. Say, for example, we can have a digital camera or digital video camera. So this will capture the image and will produce the output that is being proportional to the light intensity. And the digitizer will convert these outputs into the appropriate digital form. So we have some specialized image processing hardware also. Many times your computer system or your mobile phones will have the special hardware, and this hardware will consist of some processing units such as arithmetic and logic unit. And this arithmetic and logic unit will perform the arithmetic and logical operations in parallel on the entire image. So whenever you want to achieve the high-speed processing of the digital images, then in that case, you can make the use of some specialized hardware. So many image processing systems will consist of such specialized hardware. Also, you will find that whenever you want to process any digital image, then what you require is a personal computer or a laptop, or many times you can go for higher end computers such as a supercomputer. So if you want to scan the satellite images, or if you want to process the satellite images, or if you want to predict the weather predictions, then in that case, you can think of using supercomputer. But most generally, you will find that we can make the use of any personal computer or laptop system in order to process the digital images. You will find that there are certain softwares that are being available for the processing of the digital images. And these softwares are being designed to perform the specific task. So for example, we can make the use of software such as MATLAB, or we can make the use of software such as Scilab. So these softwares have certain ready-made tools available with them. So these image processing tools we need to make the use of in order to process the digital images. You will find that whenever we think of any image processing system, then we require the storage capability. So an image is normally of the size 1024 by 1024 pixels. So you will find that the large amount of space is being required for storing of the image. And when you have the large collection of images, then a lot of memory is being required. So the storage capability is also the main component of any image processing system. Also, whenever you process the image, then it is necessary that you want to observe the effect on that image. So the image can be displayed by using the monitors. So you can make the use of television monitor, or you can make the use of computer monitor, such as LCD or LED monitors, in order to display the content of the image. Also, hard copy devices for recording images can be used, such as laser printer you can use in order to print the image on the paper. You can make the use of film cameras, You can make the use of heat sensitive devices. You can make the use of inkjet printers and digital units, or you can store the images on the CD-ROM. So all such devices you need to make the use of whenever you want to do any kind of processing with your image. Also, nowadays you will find that network is also an essential component for any image processing system, because lot many things are available on the network, and also it is necessary for us to post the images via the internet, and therefore networking is also the default function that is being used in the image processing system. So large amount of data is inherent in the image processing application, and therefore the image transmission bandwidth is the major problem that is being faced in the image transmission. But of course, these problems can be resolved, and you will find that almost all image processing system will offer a larger bandwidth for transmission of the images. So let us understand how we can make the use of Scilab or MATLAB in order to perform certain applications or processing of the images. So whenever you want to make the use of Scilab or MATLAB, it is necessary that you should download Scilab. It is an open source software, so there is no license fee. You can freely download it. MATLAB is a licensed software. You need to purchase it before you actually make the use of software. And then you need to download the appropriate image processing toolbox in Scilab as well as in MATLAB. So whenever you want to read the image, then you can read the image by making the use of the function called as ImageRead, ImRead, and then here in the bracket, in the single apostrophe, you need to write down the name of the image. You have to check whether the image is being available in your current folder or not. If it is not available in the current folder, then you have to write down the complete path of the folder. So if I write f is equal to ImageRead dogimage.jpg, so you have to mention the appropriate extension also. And then you will find that this command will get executed. And if I write mn is equal to size of f, then I will find the size of this image, that is number of rows is equal to 300 and number of columns is equal to 332. So this will refer to the size of the image. If I want to show the image in a window, then I can make the use of the function ImageShow, ImShow f, and you will find that the image will be displayed in a separate window. It is possible that you can store the image in your memory or on your hard disk. So if you want to store the image, then you can make the use of the function ImageWrite f, comma, you can give some new name to the image, say n1.jpg, and you will find that the image will be stored with the new name. And if you read the same image by using the ImageRead function n1.jpg, then the same image will be displayed by making the use of the function ImShow. So the size will also be the same as that of the dog image. So if you check into your directory, you will find that now you have got two files. One is the dog image and another is the n1. So these are the certain simple functions that can be used whenever you want to process any kind of image by using the softwares such as Scilab and MATLAB. So thank you friends for viewing the session. Hopefully you have understood some initial concepts in relation with the digital image processing. Thank you all.